Okay, hello and welcome everybody. This is Dr. Destiny here to cure you of all your Destiny addictions. And in this video, we'll be covering all the loot that I got from Iron Banner last week. So we're going to be starting off with the drops that I got for two characters. This is I've got Haakons Hatchet, which is the auto rifle, which dropped us at 317. I'll be going over the perks and stuff of all these guns in a minute. We've got Weylorans March, which is a sniper rifle, got us a 319, and then we got Bretomarts stand, which I bought and I got as I got it as a 290, then I buffed it up and it's a 298. I got the ghost shells, I got the gauntlets, and I got the chest piece, which you can see here in a second, for my warlock. And for my hunter, I didn't actually get any armor pieces at all because I've done it on both. But I got the ghost shells and obviously the artifacts as well, which you get from level 3 to 5. In the background, we've obviously got some gameplay of Shores of Time. I've got a rumble match, which I can show off these weapons. Obviously, Shores of Time is not exactly the best map for a auto rifle, especially one with semi-high rate of fire, but you get a general gist. The sniper rifle is not one I tend to use. I don't really like low impact snipers. I prefer stuff like Herbliverance and obviously 1000-yard stare, even though they have huge aim assists, but not as bad as people make them out to be, compared to some of the snipers that are out there now or from last year. And obviously Bretomarts stand is typical heavy machine gun. If you don't have the raid one, it's pretty good. The only thing I did notice is obviously the lack of ammunition or the reserve for bullets with the heavy machine gun compared to stuff like Quinlan's Terminus. So that is probably a bit lackluster, but it's similar-ish to Yoda's hammer from last year. But I'll go over the perks and stuff of the weapons that I got. Obviously, pardon me, as they're drops and packages, they're random compared to obviously the ones you'd buy from Lord Saladhead himself. So we're going to go over the Hakkens Hatchet, which is the auto rifle. Obviously, once they get buffed up in the December update, they'll be even better than what they are now. It's got red dot sight, we've got quick draw IS. So quick draw IS, lighter, fast handing. The one I use is the focus lens FLS2, agile scope, moderate zoom. I got the perk hip fire. This weapon has bonus accuracy when firing from the hip. Speed reload, not too great on a weapon like this. Feather mag, faster reload, reduced magazine size. To be honest, the reload on it is still pretty good anyways. And I've got armor piercing rounds, which is the stat of one I've actually used. So obviously do more penetration damage, and then I've got glass half full. The bottom half of each magazine causes extra damage, which is very good for an auto rifle because obviously the amount that you use. Now we've got the Weylorans March, which is the low impact kind of faster snipers you get out there. We've got Hawkeye SLR 15, mid zoom, precision scope, increased range and target acquisition. Pretty good, but I prefer to use the low zoom ones, or the more snappy agile zooms, which you'll see in the gameplay. My gameplay is a little bit off when it comes to sniper because I'm not used to them. We've got the long view SLR 10, low zoom scope, improved range and handling. And then we have got, once I go over it, we got the Ambush SLH25, agile snappy scope, handles beautifully, rewards a skilled hand. That's what I'm currently using in this build. As you can see, shots very quick compared to obviously a slower one like 1000-yard stare for example, but obviously you do more damage to them. We've got life support on this, which is pretty good, so obviously regenerate health if it's if you take damage. Snapshot is the one I'm using at the moment, and then we've got oiled frame, faster reload, reduced range, so don't use them. And the final perk is Firefly, precision kills if a weapon that causes the target to explode. Pretty good with that one because I've got 319 light one. The Bretomarts stand is the only one which is quite low, and I will need to buff it up because it's 298. We've got accurized ballistics on this, more range and impact. Smart drift control, potentially could use this, but I'm not at the moment. Predictable and a controllable recoil, penalty to range. It increases the stability and reduces the range by about 10%. But all the perks I seem to have on this bloody thing has got all stability, so but minus range. We've got field choke, more range and impact, increased recoil, but not by a lot. We've got spray and play, increased reload. Okay, so we've got increased reload speed of this weapon when its mag is empty. Obviously very good. Spray and play for a heavy machine gun because you want to be reloading it quickly. Increases the weapon stability, fitted stock. This is one I was saying earlier. And then we've got hand laid stock, increased stability and reduced range. So the range is probably like 5 or something. If I put this on, the stability is ridiculous. It goes straight up to like 80%. And they've got reinforced barrel, which is the one I'm using because obviously I want some range with my heavy machine gun, reduce stability. And then we've got crowd control, which is another one that's very good for heavy machine guns. Yes, compared to Quillem's Terminus, the range is better. Stability is not as good, probably by 30%, and reload is very obviously a lot higher. But the whole idea for Quillem's Terminus is obviously you don't reload, you swap to another gun because of the cocoon perk, and you do that. And obviously, I'm trying to think what the Weylorans, the sniper rifle is kind of compared to. There's obviously some very low impact stuff, but maybe more like agile ones. I'm trying to think what they're compared to be honest. Like, I don't really use the low impact sniper rifles, but if that's your cup of tea, this is very good. I managed to get quite a few kills on this map with it. Obviously the auto rifle was doing some damage, even though obviously this is a mid-range to long-range map. Scout rifles are ideal for this, but still seem to do pretty good with it. Overall, I'm quite happy with them. The heavy machine gun, maybe not so much compared to obviously Quillem's. Quillem's is probably a little bit better. It's similar to the old hammers from last year, which I'm obviously happy about. I used to like the old hammer and used it quite a lot. The sniper rifles, the only reason why I probably don't know more about the agile snappy ones, low impact ones, because I don't really use them much. I prefer stuff like 1,000-yard stare, red snipers. So obviously if you're doing stuff like trials, you want something with a very high impact, so if they do go for the res, you can headshot, bam, they're dead straight away, compared to stuff like this where you can damage them but you're not going to be able to kill them. But as you can see here, for example, very quick shots, bam, kill your target. Heavy wise, I didn't really get to show off too much on this one, but the other weapons I did get was the Finland's Peril, which is the hand cannon. I will do a separate review for that. Ideally, once the December update is out, I'm going to be doing one for the first Cursed as well, because obviously that's going to have a buff to it. I was thinking of doing it this week, but I thought there's no point if it's going to get a thing in a couple of weeks, buff to it. Obviously some of the perks are changing and all that kind of jazz to it. May do one on favouring strategy, same principle as well. I was going to do that. Ace of Spades I will have in the next few days for the Hunters, which is the class specific. There's no news on that, so I'll be doing a video on that, showing it off and doing a weapon review on that one. And obviously this week, Friday, aka tomorrow, I won't be doing a Zer video, because obviously I'm going to be busy. I'm away for the weekend with work, so back to normal next week with obviously the schedule of videos of etc. No, my luck, Zero will probably sell something very fucking amazing this week, considering the last 3 weeks have been really bad. And obviously we've had news from the challenge mode that's going to be released sometime in December for the raid, so I'll be doing videos of their strategies for the bosses and what you can get from it, stuff like that, so watch your space when it comes to them types of things. And then obviously we have got PlayStation Experience coming up in, I think it's the 5th of December, so we've got about a week, maybe a little bit more than that, where I reckon they're going to be announcing the DLC, the upcoming DLC. It's bound to be a DLC that's supposed to be coming out. They should be obviously doing that, so I assume if they're going to Expo like that, they're going to be announcing something, especially PlayStation, because obviously we've got PlayStation exclusives with Destiny, etc. So I'd assume that is what's going to be on the cards. So very interesting things coming up. I'll be trying to do some Trials weapon reviews at some point. I haven't played Trials in the last 2 weeks actually, so I've still got a couple of weapons on there which I could obviously go over. Once I get a full set, I'll be doing the Armour reviews. The reason why I haven't done the reviews for the Iron Banner stuff is they're pretty basic. There's nothing really special to them, minus the light stuff. You obviously get some critical perks with it, but they're not amazing compared to the Trials gear, which have specific things for the Trials mode. So like quicker revives, you're more, once you are revived, you're more agile, you can run faster, stuff like that. You can get super energy when you revive someone, etc. from certain parts of Armour, so you get a general gist. But overall review for this video, the Hakkens Hatchet is pretty good. Obviously this map's not the best thing to show off on. With the increases in base damage and stuff like that, which will be getting the December update, auto rifles are going to be quite powerful, stuff like this would be very good. So if you do manage to get in a future Iron Banner, obviously use it. It's very solid, and obviously close quarter maps are even better. The Weylorans March sniper rifle, if you like the low impact and obviously very fast sniper rifles, obviously with shots and how snappy they are with the zooms and stuff, then obviously that is your go-to gun at the moment, and e.g. with the light level. And the Bretomarts stand is above average. It's pretty sturdy. I still prefer the Quillen's Terminus with range and a few other little perks on it. Obviously the cocoon side of it, so you'd have to reload, but you know, that's personal preference. Overall, still pretty good. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Please give the video a like, it always helps me out, and obviously tell me what you think of these guns if you've got them yourself, and what drops you got for Iron Banner as well, because obviously it's a very good month for it. And as you can see, that was fucking close. I just managed to, even with pretty shitty aim, just managed to win the Rumble match. So that was literally down to the last kill, and I managed to do it. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.